2, 1.
Hello, and thank you for joining us here at the East Cleveland Public Library. Welcome. Today, I'm very excited because we have Sasha Abdullah with us today. This is a part of our Community Author Series. She's not yet an author, but she works well with community authors and she shares the information with the youth throughout the community. So let's get started. Hi Sasha, how are you today?
I am doing excellent, Mrs. Banks. How are you?
Oh, great. Thank you for coming to talk to us about literacy right now. Because especially during the COVID, we know that our youth have not been reading like they once did or like they should.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yes, well, again, my name is Sasha Beckett Abdullah, and I am a pre-K through 4th grade reading tutor.
Oh, a tutor.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to find tutors now.
Yes. And, that's been my focus. I said, okay, you know what? I started tutoring over 15 years ago, and I wanted to focus on the younger children because the foundation, that's what, we begin to see later on in the years where our children are struggling. Why? Because they didn't get that foundation.
Very good.
Exactly. And I'm also the founder and executive director of ABC Read.
Oh, hey, let's see that again. Very nice.
Yeah.
Short, sweet, simple.
Yep.
ABC Read. Now, how long have you been doing that nonprofit?
Since 2014, so this is our 8-year anniversary, y'all.
Oh, kudos. Very good. Very good.
Yes.
Now, sometimes, and you may not know this, there are adults calling us for tutors, reading tutors, and then I'm stumped because there are just not a lot of programs out there.
Yes.
Are you familiar with any adult programs out for tutoring for adults?
Well, actually, I know there's a young lady, her name is Ebony Donnelly, and she has what is called Literacy Innovations. That is her tutoring company.
Oh, wow.
And I know that she was definitely tutoring adults, getting them prepared for the GED. But in terms of, and I think there's the Literacy Co-op, if I'm not mistaken. They are involved in that as well. But in terms of, like I said, someone I know personally, I know she definitely was focusing on adults. She focused on all ages, but definitely adults before as well.
Okay, that's good. That's good information.
Yes.
Now tell us, are you an East Cleveland resident?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and how long have you been an East Cleveland resident?
For 3 years.
Okay, so is this predominantly the community that you serve, or do you start here and branch out? How does that work?
Yes, ma'am. Well, actually, when we first started, we actually started in the Glenville neighborhood.
Okay.
That's when we started ABC Read. But however, we have been focusing on East Cleveland as of lately. But again, we definitely focus on the city of Cleveland in general, especially where the populations, in terms of our Black and underserved populations, are suffering from high levels of illiteracy. So
that's
so
great.
we hit all the Cleveland.
Wow, so you eased on down the road.
Yes, ma'am.
And we're grateful for that.
Yes.
So now I see you have a book of a community author at hand there.
Yes, y'all, check this out, okay? Her name is Candace Ruffin, okay? And guess what? She went to Shaw, we went to Shaw together, came out in '92, and she is an author, y'all. I am just so proud of her. The name of this book is called Keeper of the Patch, A Woody and Winter Adventure. She also has a couple of other books as well, but I just brought this one today. And that's what our organization, we focus on, getting books that primarily represents Black people, Black culture, Black experiences, and getting Black authors and illustrators because it's very, the percentage is extremely low when it comes to, a lot of Black authors and Black illustrators. I want to say maybe about 6%.
Oh, that's lower than I anticipated.
Yeah, it's very, very low. So that's what we do. We focus on that. So.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
So now, in general, how do you have a process where you get the books, and then what happens from that point on?
Okay, well, so what we do is, one of the things that I make sure that I do, I'm looking up books by, in particular, like I said, Black authors, Black illustrators, and I'm getting books for all ages.
Oh, great.
Yes, so
Excellent.
not just children's books. So just like how you see here, those books down there, those are typically Things Fall Apart.
Yes.
That book, you know, that's a popular book.
I had to read this in college.
So did I. Exactly. Okay. Yep, exactly. And Black Boys Burning. Yep, that's a historical nonfiction book as well. And so, you know, these are the things that, you know, we focus on in the organization, making sure that we get books that you typically do not see in the Black community. We get books that are going to be educating, you know, our people, tell them about our history, our culture, our experiences.
Yes. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Now, do you work alone? I'm sure you have a core group of people that work with you.
Oh, most definitely, yes.
Yes.
I have our board of directors. Let me shout them out. Rukaya, all right.
Okay.
Mary and Donna. Okay, so
Wonderful.
Yes. So
Wonderful.
that's the core group. That's the board of directors, and you know, like I said, I'm the executive director, and we make sure that we are getting our programs together. So, for example, we can, I guess, segue into the summer reading.
Yes, the summer slide.
Yes.
What do you mean by the summer slide?
Well, the summer slide, unfortunately, is something that happens. It happens for all children. In the summertime, where their reading levels go down because they are not being exposed to a lot of, you know, literacy or enriching activities that's going to help them be engaged and, you know, and help them to be able to be around things that's going to help keep them abreast upon, you know, a lot of the information or education that they may typically get throughout the school year. However, when it comes to our Black population, all right, our underserved population, okay, those are the communities that get hit the hardest.
Of course.
Okay, so
Always.
exactly, right. So it happens in math too, but it also, we focus definitely in reading. And so with the summer slide, with our organization, we said we're going to beat the summer slide, but on top of it, by having a summer reading camp. And actually, some of our summer reading camp, a few of our sessions are going to take place here at the East Cleveland Library.
Hey, shout out!
Yes.
I love the way our library collaborates with the community, with organizations, and I'm so glad that we have you all come into the library and do some of the things that you do. That's great.
Yeah.
Because literacy will forever be around and it's very important.
Thank you.
You know that.
Exactly. Like if you do not know how to read, you can't do any of the other subjects, right? It's like, and I have to definitely shout out East Cleveland Library. I mean, you all are just like how you are, just so welcoming and, you know, so inviting, and then the atmosphere, it's just so warm and pleasant, you know, so.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Thank you
Very
for
well.
that.
Yes.
We look forward to working with you and your organization because you bring some very talented skills to the profession, to literacy, and it's something that is clearly needed.
Yes.
Not just in our population, or not just in this community, but everywhere.
Yes, ma'am.
And so in closing,
Yes.
I would like to say thank you very much for coming in today. And is there anything that you could share with parents to help them uplift or get their children excited about reading and conquering the summer slide?
Excellent question. Well, I'm going to say this. The first thing is that making sure that you are incorporating reading to your children daily. Now, if you can't physically read to them, guess what? We got these devices, y'all.
I like it.
Okay, we got the devices. I have a YouTube channel, if I could say the name of the YouTube channel.
Feel free.
Okay, so it's called Reading is Freedom. And you all can, go on YouTube and you can type that in. And there is a plethora, a multitude of read-alouds that majority of them focus on books that represent our community. And also, again, in addition to that, doing your best to make sure you're getting books that represent our children. I would say highly, please do that as much as you possibly can, because when they see themselves, that actually is going to help spark and ignite in them that want or that drive to read. So those are two things: reading aloud consistently and getting books in front of them that represents them as much as you possibly can.
I like that. Now, I once attended an autism conference because I have a son who's on the autism spectrum. And I said, what can I possibly do to increase his vocabulary? Because at the time, he also had language delay.
Okay.
And the professor said one thing: read to that child daily. And I said, wow. And so now, whether it's him watching something educational, me reading to him, although he's grown now, we still read stuff about the store, our families, and books about cars, things that are of interest to him. And he has an iPad, he goes on there and he does things that are literacy based. So whatever it is that you do and you're trying to incorporate in a child, it does have to be consistent and daily.
That's right.
So you were right on point with that,
Yes.
that information.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. That just warmed my heart hearing that.
Okay, well, Sasha Abdullah, it has been a pleasure. It is always a pleasure seeing you as well as learning from you. I learn something new from you every time we conversate.
Well, the feeling is mutual. I definitely appreciate you. I love your warm spirit, like I said the first moment I met you. So I thank you for inviting me to the community conversations.
Okay, thank you. And we thank our patrons, our audience, and everyone who comes out to support your community library. Thanks and be safe. Hey!